Minister of Higher Education S.B. Dissanayake says that he doesn't easily change any decisions he makes. The minister made the statement during an event held in the Udunuwara area today.
A Diriya PSA house constructed by the Geliyoe Udunuwara Samruddhi Banking Society was declared open by Minister of Higher Education S.B. Dissanayake.
Abraham Lincoln was a great American president. According to one of his sayings, the world is changed by children who are disobedient and not obedient ones. Since my young days, I was a bit of a disobedient child. Now I am old. However, we do not easily change a decision that we take if our decision was the right one. We will commence private universities. We will do this because we cannot grant higher education to all the children through government universities.
For the past 10 years, Joseph Diaz Jr. has been learning the art of boxing with the help of his father and trainer Joseph Diaz Sr. The father-son combination has been a successful one, as the young fighter will be making his dream come true at this year's 2012 Olympic Games.
The journey to London has not been easy, but the hard work and endless hours inside and out of the ring has given the 19-year-old the opportunity of representing the United States in the bantamweight division. Diaz Jr. knows that bringing home the gold medal will not be easy, but the hopes are high for this small-town kid who took up boxing to learn how to deal with being bullied at school. With the new challenge of facing international competition, Diaz is cautious but believes that his style of boxing has him at an advantage.
I believe my style is unique. Reason is because I can do whatever I want. However they're going to be fighting, if they want to just rush me, then I could box. If they want to box, then I'll brawl. So I change my style up depending on how my opponent fights their fight.
The trip to London in search for the gold medal is a dream come true for Diaz Jr. One that will be even better knowing that he'll have his family in his corner cheering him on.
Meanwhile, the Olympic flame travelled from Lytham St Anne's to Manchester on day 36 of its 70-day torch relay today.
The Olympic torch relay travelled through 17 communities on its journey of over 71 miles today. 14-year-old Alice Kelly was the first torch bearer of the day, starting her run from St Anne's Golf Club. Carl Tilson from Manchester was the last torch bearer of the day, and he carried the flame into the evening celebrations in Albert Square.
Price of a litre of petrol increased by 12 rupees. The price of a litre of diesel increased by 31 rupees, while kerosene oil prices increased by 35 rupees. Protests held against the fuel price hike. Fuel subsidy granted to fishermen. Fishing vessels which use diesel will get a concession of 12 rupees per litre of diesel. We will also provide a 21,000 rupee concession for kerosene users. That means a 25 rupee price reduction or a subsidy of 80%. Coupons will be issued to allow fishermen to redeem their subsidies. Current plight of the fuel subsidies. Petrol shed owners are scamming the innocent fishermen using these coupons. This concession has been granted to the petrol shed owners and not to the fishermen. We are small fishermen. We carry out this trade with difficulty. We do not know if this is being done with or without the knowledge of Minister Rajitha Senaratne. What is the solution that will be provided to these innocent fishermen?
Up next is a look at the newspaper cartoon of the day, which we selected from amongst today's English newspapers. In cricket news, Sri Lanka gained a clear upper hand over visiting Pakistan as the hosts posted 472 runs in their first innings, which they followed up with an impressive bowling performance on day 2 of the first test in Galle.
Sri Lanka, who resumed batting in their first innings on an overnight score of 300 runs for 2 wickets, added another 172 runs to the total before being bowled out. Batting in reply, Pakistan were tottering on 48 runs for 5 wickets in their first innings at stumps. Meanwhile, Sangakkara, who was unfortunately stranded on 199 as he ran out of partners, expressed these views.
Trying to get to 200 is tough, but I think my first double 100 also came in my first test against Pakistan, and that attack on a kind of a greener wicket in Lahore was definitely better than this for me, because I played against Shoaib, Waqar Younis, Mohammad Sami and Abdul Razak. So that always sticks in my memory as one of my best innings against Pakistan.
Former Deputy Minister of the Sports Development Department K.S. Pires stated that the resigning of the General Secretary of the Ukrainian National Olympic Committee, Volodymyr Gerashenko, is something which Sri Lanka can learn a lesson from. He added that investigations should be conducted on the charges levelled against the sale of tickets during the Cricket World Cup and that the guilty should be punished.
General Secretary of the Ukrainian National Olympic Committee, Volodymyr Gerashenko, resigned last Wednesday after allegedly trying to sell 100 tickets from the country's allotted Olympic tickets on the black market. Senior advisor to the President of Ukraine's National Olympic Committee and former pole vault champion Sergei Bubka stated that Gerashenko has been banned from participating in any activities related to the Games. However, it is unfortunate that such actions are not taken in Sri Lanka to prevent corruption taking place. On the charges that were levelled against the sale of tickets for matches held in Sri Lanka during the concluded Cricket World Cup being confined to the history books as an example of this matter, the Ekala police even arrested an individual for holding back tickets for the above tournament. Incidentally, a computer hard disk containing financial reports at the World Cup office also disappeared. We saw during the 2011 Cricket World Cup the board engaged in ticket sales in an improper manner. Even the employees of Sri Lanka Cricket fell to the same level. My question is that if Ukraine can take action against the General Secretary of the Ukrainian National Olympic Committee, then why isn't such a system created in our country to fight corruption?
At that time, there was an interim committee headed by Mr. D.H.G. Silva and Mr. Suraj Dandani, who was in charge for the World Cup Cricket Committee. And there was a lot of allegation against them, but there was no inquiry. But after some time, they were removed, or they have been they have appointed another committee by the Sports Ministry. But no one so far they have checked or verified what has happened to the ticket. So that's a sad story. We must, if there is an allegation, always we must check and find out the truth.
And finally, in some rugby news, Trinity College Kandy emerged as champions in the Inter-School Division A League rugby tournament today. Trinity College Kandy took on DSN Anaika College in their final match of the league at the Pallekele grounds in Kandy today. Trinity College led the first half 51 points to 5. The Trinitians continued their dominance in the second half as well to score another 25 points and held DSN Anaika scoreless to win the match 76 points to 5 victory. Well, with that, we leave you this Saturday evening and with some footage which we obtained from the US Air Guitar Championships, where rocking the guitar is serious business. For Primetime News, I'm Sonali Vanigapatike. Good night.